A rotor inside Tesla's new motor spins at 22,000 revolutions every single minute. That speed alone would literally tear a normal motor apart within just a few seconds. So, how does Tesla keep this motor stable, and why does nobody talk about it? Here is what nobody talks about. The answer is not the battery. It is something else entirely. Most people assume speed comes from bigger batteries or smarter software running inside the car. But the real secret is hiding inside a part most drivers never even think about. Stay with me because this changes everything you thought you knew about electric motors. Every motor has two main parts, and one of them spins fast enough to brake itself. That part is called the rotor, and it sits right in the center of the motor. Around it sits the stator, which creates the magnetic pull that makes the rotor spin. For decades, engineers built rotors from copper coils wrapped tightly around silicon steel cores. This design works fine at normal speeds, reliable, cheap, and easy to manufacture at scale. But push that same rotor past a certain speed, and physics starts fighting back hard. The faster something spins, the harder it pulls outward, trying to tear itself apart. Engineers call this centrifugal force, and at high RPM, it becomes a serious problem. Most people get this completely wrong. They think motor damage only comes from heat. Heat matters, yes, but the outward pulling force is often the bigger hidden danger. Even tiny stress inside a spinning rotor can cause vibration you would never notice immediately. That vibration creates more heat, more noise, and slowly wastes the energy your battery stored. So for years, companies faced one brutal trade-off between raw speed and long-term safety. Push the rotor faster, and you risk it warping, wearing down, or failing early. Keep it slower and safer, and you lose the acceleration everyone wants from an EV. This trade-off quietly limited electric motors long before anyone noticed the battery was ever the bottleneck. Now here is where Tesla did something most competitors were not even attempting yet. Instead of chasing bigger batteries, Tesla focused entirely on strengthening the rotor itself first. Their solution: a carbon fiber sleeve wrapped tightly around the outside of the rotor. Picture a tightly laced boot, holding your ankle firm during a hard, fast sprint. That sleeve does something similar, holding the spinning rotor firmly in its exact shape. It is only 2.5 millimeters thick, thinner than two stacked coins. Yet carbon fiber can resist pulling forces up to 2,400 megapascals of stress. That is stronger than most metals used in aircraft frames and racing car chassis. Write this down. This single detail is why the motor survives 22,000 RPM. Engineers call this technique preload, applying pressure to the rotor before it even spins. Think of tightening a drum skin before you ever strike it with a stick. A loose skin wobbles and sounds dull, while a tight skin stays firm and precise. The carbon sleeve does the same job, keeping the rotor firm under extreme pressure. This next part is the most important, because speed was never really the whole story. A stable rotor does not just spin faster, it also wastes far less energy. Less wobble means less friction, and less friction means less heat building up inside. Less heat means more of your battery's energy actually reaches the wheels themselves. Most people think efficiency and speed are separate goals fighting against each other constantly. But inside this motor, stability creates both benefits from the exact same engineering choice. If a motor overheats repeatedly, its control system automatically reduces power to protect it. That is why some EVs feel powerful once, then noticeably weaker on the second run. A stable, cooler motor keeps delivering the same power again, and again, and again. This matters far beyond the racetrack. It matters every single time you merge onto traffic. Quick overtakes, steady highway cruising, repeated hard acceleration, all depend on consistent motor performance. So the carbon sleeve is not just a speed trick, it is a reliability breakthrough. Now let's rewind a little, because this story did not start with Tesla being fast. Back in the early 2000s, electric cars were seen as slow, short-range vehicles. People used them for quick errands, never imagining highway speed or long-distance travel. Then, in 2008, the Tesla Roadster quietly challenged that entire assumption completely. It showed the world that electric cars could actually be genuinely thrilling to drive. From there, Tesla kept refining motor design year after year, quietly, without much fanfare. Eventually, that groundwork led to the Model S Plaid and its shocking acceleration numbers. The Plaid reaches 60 miles per hour in just a few short seconds flat. But remember, one fast run means nothing if the motor cannot repeat that performance. That repeatable power is the real achievement, not just a single impressive test run. Now here comes the twist most people online completely misunderstand about Tesla's motor technology. Years ago, Tesla announced that other companies could freely use some of its patents. At the time, headlines called it generous, even revolutionary, a gift to the industry. But here is the question almost nobody actually stopped to seriously ask themselves. Does owning a patent automatically mean you can build the exact same product? The honest answer is, not even close. And here is exactly why not. Imagine learning to play a difficult song just by reading printed sheet music. You understand the notes, the rhythm, the timing, everything written clearly on the page. But playing it perfectly, live, under pressure, is an entirely different skill altogether. A patent works the same way, explaining the idea, but not the years of practice. Building one great motor in a lab is very different from building a million identical ones. You need precise machines, trained engineers, and a manufacturing process refined over many years. This next part is the most important, so stay with me for just a moment. The real advantage was never the patent itself, it was everything happening behind it. Industry insiders call this production know-how, knowledge built only through repeated real-world experience. You cannot download it, copy it, or read it in any single document. So Tesla's open patents were never really giving away the hardest part of the puzzle. That is why competitors still struggle years later, even with the blueprint sitting right there. Now let's go even deeper, because the manufacturing side is honestly the wildest part. Wrapping carbon fiber around a spinning rotor sounds simple until you try doing it precisely. Even a tiny variation in the wrap can throw off the entire motor's balance. That is why robots, not humans, handle most of this delicate wrapping process today. Human hands are simply too inconsistent for this level of required precision work. AI-powered systems constantly monitor tension, angle, and temperature throughout the entire wrapping process. If anything drifts even slightly outside the safe range, the system corrects it instantly. We are talking about micrometer-level precision here. 1/1000th of a single millimeter. To put that in perspective, a human hair is roughly 70 micrometers wide total. Now imagine controlling something a hair's width times 70, more precisely than that constantly. Once a rotor is finished, laser inspection systems scan it for any hidden flaws. They check for shifted fibers, tiny cracks, or uneven layers invisible to the naked eye. If anything looks off, that rotor gets pulled aside and inspected again immediately. Building one perfect rotor is genuinely difficult. But that is not even the hardest part. The hardest part is repeating that same perfection across millions of identical units consistently. This is exactly why other automakers have not simply copied Tesla's approach overnight yet. It is not laziness, and it is definitely not a lack of engineering talent. The real barrier is manufacturing complexity, cost, and years of accumulated process refinement. Let's break that down, because each piece here matters more than people realize. First, specialized machines are required, and these machines cannot be built or bought overnight. Developing, testing, and refining them takes years of trial, error, and financial investment. Second, early production runs are expensive, sometimes too expensive to justify at small scale. Costs only drop once production reaches a large enough scale to spread expenses out. Third, there is something called yield rate, a term most viewers have never heard. Yield rate measures how many produced parts actually meet quality standards on the first attempt. A low yield rate means wasted materials, wasted time, and dramatically higher overall costs. Fourth, supply chains matter enormously, because reliable material access controls both cost and consistency. Companies without strong supplier relationships simply cannot scale this kind of precise manufacturing quickly. Put all four factors together, and you understand why catching up takes real time. It is not impossible, but it is also far from simple or quick to achieve. Now here is the bigger question everyone in the industry is quietly asking right now. Will this carbon fiber sleeve remain Tesla's biggest advantage for years into the future? Honestly, the answer is complicated, because this entire industry moves incredibly fast right now. New battery chemistries, smarter software, and cheaper manufacturing methods keep appearing every single year. Staying ahead with just one single technology rarely works for very long in this space. However, one prediction seems fairly safe to make based on current industry direction. Motor engineering is about to matter far more than most people currently realize. Future EV motors will not just chase raw power and headline-grabbing acceleration numbers. Instead, engineers will focus on doing more work while wasting noticeably less energy overall. Less heat, less waste, longer lifespan, these quiet improvements matter more than flashy numbers. And remember, Tesla is not only trying to remain a traditional car manufacturer anymore. The company is investing heavily into robotaxis, autonomous driving, and large-scale automated manufacturing. For that future to work, motors need to be reliable, efficient, and low maintenance. A robotaxi running constantly all day cannot afford frequent motor failures or unpredictable power loss. This is exactly why efficient motor design suddenly matters far beyond just performance car enthusiasts. Better efficiency also means lower long-term operating costs for both companies and drivers. Less heat generated means less wear on surrounding components over months and years of use. That translates into fewer repairs, lower maintenance bills, and longer-lasting vehicle performance overall. Still, motor efficiency alone does not determine a vehicle's total cost or overall value. Battery technology, software quality, service networks, and charging infrastructure all matter just as much. And here is something worth remembering before we wrap this entire discussion up together. Tesla is far from the only company chasing better, more efficient motor technology right now. Major automakers worldwide are pouring resources into new materials, designs, and smarter manufacturing techniques. That means competition around motor technology will likely intensify significantly over the next few years. If Tesla keeps refining its motors, manufacturing, and software together, its advantage could genuinely grow. But no single technology guarantees permanent dominance in an industry evolving this rapidly and constantly. The companies that win long-term will balance batteries, motors, software, and pricing together perfectly. So here is the real takeaway hiding underneath all these technical details we just covered. Speed was never really about the battery alone. It was always about the rotor. A thin carbon sleeve, precise robotic manufacturing, and years of quiet refinement made this possible. And that raises one final question worth sitting with for just a moment longer. If motor technology becomes the next major battleground, who do you think wins it? Can established automakers close this gap quickly, or will Tesla's head start prove permanent? There is actually one more detail about this motor we have not covered yet. It involves how this same technology could eventually reshape vehicles far beyond passenger cars entirely.